today will be Polk County Fire Rescue Paramedic Owen Mullen.
Step right here, raise your right hand, just warn about that.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Just look at me. Step up here, watch your step. Signature.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
All right, could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is Owen Mullen, Owen, Mullen. I'm a firefighter paramedic for Polk County Fire Rescue.
Tell the jury about your training and experience.
So I started in New York State in about 2017, 2018 as a firefighter EMT. I became a paramedic in 2021. I moved here in 2022, or actually 2023. I've worked at Polk County Fire Rescue since I moved here.
And in your current position, what are your responsibilities?
So on my career, I'm the lead paramedic. I work on the ambulance, so I make patient care decisions.
And was that what you were working September 8th of last year?
Yes.
Tell the jury about how you responded to the crime scene in this case.
We were dispatched to, I believe, an assault call. While we were responding to there, we got information on our dispatch that the patient had gotten an injury to her neck. She was bleeding. She was not conscious. And the dispatch was giving the caller life-saving instructions. And then we were going to stage in the area for a police to secure the scene.
Did you have an opportunity to actually go inside the house?
Yeah, once the deputies cleared the scene, we went in and I found the patient in the kitchen.
What did you notice about the patient?
She was lying face up. She had a wound to her neck. It was narrow and very deep, and she was no longer bleeding. She was not conscious.
And from the very deep wound, did you have any further thoughts about the nature of the wound?
You could see all the way back to her neck very easily. You could see her vasculature, her muscle tissue were obviously visible, and that type of injury is incompatible with life.
Did you have an opportunity to observe the defendant's demeanor on scene?
I did not directly interact with him, but when I did notice him, he was outside talking with the deputies. He did not appear upset, and he was almost kind of annoyed with their questioning of him.
Have you been to other scenes where somebody's family member, or spouse, or close friend has been killed?
Yes, very frequently.
All right. And what do you typically see there?
Typically, they'd be very upset and hysterical, although it is different for every person.
Did the defendant's demeanor seem out of the ordinary to you?
Yes.
Were you the one that eventually declared the victim officially deceased?
Yes.
And at what time was that?
I believe at 18:27.
That being 6:27 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, is that, I understand that's the official time you write down, but is it a fair statement that she could have been dead, obviously before that time? That's just when you declared her dead?
Yes, that time is when we called on the radio, and I declared her deceased.
What happens
but
if you...
her actual time of death could have been before that.
Okay, gotcha. Do you declare a time of death if you arrive to a scene like a day or two after somebody's been dead?
Yes, because we are normally the first medical provider that sees that person, and usually when we declare that's the time of death that stays with the patient, unless there's some other circumstances.
Okay, so as you said earlier, though, the patient could have died in a general sense, minutes, hours, days before? Not in this particular case, but just in general sense?
Correct.
All right, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Cross-exam.
Mr. Mullen, how many Polk County Fire Rescue personnel entered the kitchen?
We had a crew of 5 on my crew. I have a partner on the ambulance, and we had 3 on the engine, so I believe all 5 of us had entered, so I believe 5.
5 people entered the actual kitchen.
Correct.
And how many people laid hands on or got close enough to apply, like, the little stickers we see on Miss Griffith's body?
Myself, my captain who just testified, and then one of my firefighter EMTs had placed those stickers on. Those are the 3 I know. I don't believe anyone else actually had touched her directly.
The area where she was laying was quite confined, right?
Yes.
And the scene was messy when you arrived, as
Yes.
far as blood?
Yes.
Today, while you were waiting to testify, did you talk about your testimony with any of the other witnesses, say your partner or the captain or the deputies who also responded and cleared the scene for you?
Not exactly. You're just making conversation.
Didn't talk about this case at all?
We talked about the case, but not what we were going to say.
Okay. Thanks.
Redirect.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Is the witness released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Thornhill?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, that will be the last witness that the state has to present today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're making up for your late day yesterday. We're going to end a little bit early today. It's almost 3:30. Please remember you're not to even begin thinking about how you might decide this case or form any opinions about the case. Of course, don't talk to anyone about it or look anything up. Please enjoy your evening. We will see you tomorrow morning at 8:30.
All rise, please. You may be seated.
Anything we need to take up, Mr. Levine?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Thornhill?
No, sir.
I will see you